Hi there, Abdullah. Thanks for getting these in, your next essays. Sorry that they are slightly late. Let's jump in and see what we can do for you today. Once again, it's Andrew, by the way. So first things first, technology is one of the most important inventions, I would use the plural here, in history. So no need for the and a plural and an S there. I personally believe that technology is making humanity more brilliant and more creative since it is adopted to humans. I would say that technology is improving the intelligence and creativity of humans since its inception. Inception is the beginning of something, to create something from scratch. So since its inception. Because technology cannot adopt to humans. We adopt technology. In this essay, I will discuss, or I shall discuss, both issues using examples from, I would say, robotics and the oil industry. Robotics and the oil industry. Firstly, electronics such as computers are automatically adopted to people. Okay, so adapted. To adapt is to change to suit something's needs. To change to suit needs. To adopt is to take on, to make yours. So adapt. Electronics such as computers are automatically adapted or already adapted to people due to the fact that they were created to serve the needs of people. Even if these devices are complicated, humans maintain full control of it. Whenever we use have or make, just try to think, is there a more specific word we could use there? So humans retain full control of it. Retain, to keep. For instance, robots could be programmed to do numerous things. Don't need this. And I would use tasks. Programmed to do numerous tasks such as cooking, cleaning, or working. Full stop. However, actually no, okay. I would say, but can always be switched off or powered down. Comma, but can always be powered down. As a consequence, or consequently, technology is adapted to the people because it was invented by them. I actually quite like your simple point. That's I thought the same thing when I read this question. I read the question and thought, but surely we have already done that. Why would we build technology that we could not use and had to later adapt to? Does not make sense. So yeah, nice one. I agree with you completely. Let's scroll down. I'd say, secondly, the invention of technology is proof. This is one word, P-R-O-O-F. Proof of humanity's intelligence. Humanity's intelligence. It is clear that electronic devices have made people more creative. You can just remove this. So we can say, made people more creative because they, plural, devices they encourage, because they encourage people to think of, or to come up with, to think of new methods to improve and fix it, or to innovate. It encourages people, or it provides people the platform to innovate. To innovate is to think of new things, is to come up with new solutions. Furthermore, since mathematical equations are the base of many processes, plural, scientists invented devices to make these equations faster. Correct. For example, in many oil factories, one mathematical equation could take 1 hour to solve. I would prefer you write out O-N-E, full word, instead of just having ones throughout the essay. It looks better. In many oil factories, one mathematical equation could take over an hour to solve without electronic assistance. However, so here we don't need the space before the comma. We have the comma immediately after, and then a space, and then the word. However, a simple electronic device, without the assistance of electronic devices, however, with this assistance, the equation could take less than a second to solve. Therefore, the intelligence of devices I would say, yeah, the intelligence that devices seem to possess is only that given to it by humans. Intelligence that devices appear to possess or seem to possess is only that which is given to it by people or humans. To conclude, from the arguments and examples given, it can clearly be seen that technology serves humans and improved their creativity. It is predicted that more inventions will be invented. Let's not say inventions will be invented, because it's a bit repetitive. So let's say in the future, it is predicted that humans will continue to innovate with new technology. Cool. I'm happy with that. This is much better than your previous attempt, by the way. Well done for improving so quickly. So what is important with these task 1s is making sure we describe them fully and we support our statements with data. So first, the bar chart illustrates expectations. That's fine, actually. Expectations for city visitors from 3 different countries in 2008. I would say visitors to 3 cities, or 4, is it? However many cities it is. We should state the number of cities here. Number of cities from 3 different countries in the year. That's good. To begin with, in Mexico, people are more likely to, I would say maybe even from Mexico. From Mexico, people are more likely to visit Madrid, with 80,000 expected tourists in 2018. So the word expectations, you are correct to use, but now we need to vary it throughout the essay. So we need things like projected visitors, expected visitors, potential tourists, people who could be visiting. We're always using the conditional because these are projections. This is expected in the future. So with 80,000 tourists expected in 2018. Jointly second. So if you're to say it's jointly second, it means that it shares the second place exactly. So it would mean that there would be 2 places that have the same value in second place. So we could just actually start without this and say, Paris is expected to be visited by 25,000 people from Mexico, whereas Istanbul and London, there we go, and Istanbul and London will be visited by almost the same number, around 20,000 visitors. Moving on to Canada, Istanbul will be the most popular destination for Canadians with around 70,000 tourists, visitors, or visiting. If you want to refer to this, you can use the verb visiting, the present continuous verb. Moving to Canada, Istanbul will be the most popular destination for Canadians with around 70,000 visiting in 2018. That way, or you could say 70,000 tourists in 2018. But you can just use this one here and apply a verb to it here. You don't need this capital. But whereas Madrid will be the least popular city to be visited by Canadians, you don't need this, with around 25,000 visitors, or with 25,000 visitors. Good use. Paris and London are expected to be visited by approximately the same number of Canadians, with 45,000 holidaymakers. In the USA, people are expected to travel to Paris. Let's vary it up a bit. In the USA, 100,000 people are expected to travel to Paris. Again, we don't need this, so we can just say in London, however, only 80,000 visitors will come from the USA. Madrid and Istanbul will be the least popular cities visited, with around 65,000 and 60,000 Americans, respectively. Overall, between the 3 countries, Americans travel more than Canadians and Mexicans, and which city is the most visited? We could say that Paris, I think it's Paris, whichever it is that has the highest total number of visitors would be good as well here. So which is the highest visited city, and maybe as well which is the least visited city. But I'm quite impressed, actually, Abdullah. You have created an essay with a vast improvement on last time. So once again, have a good study, write your next ones, send them over, and I'll get them back to you as soon as possible. Thanks very much. Speak to you soon.